All right, thanks, Jim. And when it comes to the forecast, exactly where the worst storms will develop can be tough to pinpoint. And we often will send out crews into the field for storm coverage. Where and when we send people can be very complicated, much like the forecast. And a lot of people are involved with the decision. And with that process, Dr. Greg Forbes is also involved with that decision-making process when it comes to develop or to send people out and deploy people out into the field. And Dr. Forbes, it starts with the forecast, and it's possible people from the Weather Channel could be going out into the field this week.
Yeah, indeed. It does start generally with the TORCON, the Tornado Condition Index forecast that I make for the next few days. And for example, here's the TORCON forecast for tomorrow. It does have some values of 6 there in parts of the western parts of Kansas, and then down into the western parts of Oklahoma, the eastern parts of the Texas Panhandle, and some 5 values then up into southwest parts of Nebraska. Then the next day, we still have some values that are up in the pretty high elevated ranges. 5s and 6s, by the way, mean 50-60% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. Some 4s on Friday then. So, and then we'll have some high values again for the subsequent days. So behind the scenes, we have meteorologist Stu Ostro and then Tom Lee that will be talking about these forecasts, and they'll be making some various decisions. In addition, some additional behind the scenes forecasts decisions have to be made. We have Jesse, one of our executive producers, and tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we put our crews on standby to make sure that they're ready to go for tomorrow. Mike Seidel is on standby, ready to go. And as what happened last week with the Texas tornadoes, we were reactive and sent our crews out there. It was hard to get out there because of the delays and cancellations that were going on. So we really take a look at a lot of things that go on, like flights, and make sure that we get our crews in the right areas as quickly as possible to see the damage.
And so really there's a couple ways this can develop. A, you have the forecast and you say, hey, there's a situation we might need people. Or like you said last week, whoa, this looks bad, time to send people out.
Right. And just because we're sending them to some specific location ahead of time doesn't mean we specifically think that's exactly where the tornado is going to hit, but we're deploying, there's a threat in that general area, and we'll be there in case there's a damaging story to be told then in the aftermath.
And there's definitely logistics involved with that. You might not be able to fly exactly where we think the worst is, but the idea is to put people in position. Coming up, Jim's going to let us into his home and show us how he prepares to cover storms. So you want to check that out and stay with us. We're still covering storms tonight.